favorite guest.
Least favorite? Oh, this guy. He was like a money guy. Oh, Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh yeah, Jordan Belfort.
Jordan Belfort. Yeah, I just didn't like his inner. Like, I don't know. He seemed like a con artist, and he wouldn't kind of say yes. It was like,
You watched the movie though, right?
yeah. He seemed like a cool con artist. Like, certainly one of the better. You're right. That's a good point. I guess he's kind of like Jesse James, maybe, in a way, like one of those wild guys.
Yeah. So what are you doing in London other than shows?
That's it, man. Yeah, just came over to you guys' country to do shows, man.
I love that you flew from Manchester.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like, because there's a train from central Manchester into central London. So you would have driven out of central Manchester, flown to out of central London, and then got it. It's such a long trip. Could have just taken an hour and a half train.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, I didn't even know that.
I know. Life hacks.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I didn't. Damn. Wait, I probably would have been faster.
Way faster, yeah.
Wow.
Way faster. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm genuinely feeling bad about that right now.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Planet's in crisis.
Is it?
More flights?
Yeah. That's true. We'll do it that way. Good to see you today, Ed.
Nice to be
Nice
here.
to see you, man.
Thanks for coming here as well. Thanks for making the effort to come here.
You're welcome. This is Birdie Bottoms.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah. Bertie Bottoms.
Birdie Bottoms. And how do you know if the bottoms are Birdie or not?
So it's Blossoms. It's basically.
Oh, sorry. I'm very sorry.
My manager's wife is called Liberty. My wife is called Cherry. And me and my manager set this bar up. And Blossom for Cherry, Bertie for Liberty, Bertie Blossoms.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Gives us an excuse to come drink here.
Oh yeah, I bet. Dude, but sometimes so is this a place where people can meet their wife at? Is that the kind of thing that we're?
Yeah, or husband.
Or husband, yeah. But do you have like a wife-husband meeting night, like a night where it's like, hey, this is like Tuesdays, it's like all you can spouse.
Yeah,
or whatever.
they come in and they chuck the keys in, and then it's just a massive orgy.
Well,
huge.
That went a little far, but yeah, I was just thinking like, yeah, do they at least just get to meet somebody? You know?
Do you know what? I when I come here, I come in this back room, and that's kind of it. Yeah, I don't really know. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, you never know.
Just kind of relax. Yeah.
This is where, like, if I'm having like a dinner or a meeting with someone, it will usually be back here. You can sort of like drink what you want, smoke, stay as long as you want. It's cool.
At Birdie Blossoms, yeah.
At Bertie Blossoms, yeah.
Yeah, sorry I got it wrong, man.
That's all right.
It's been some of the exchange rate on the language has been tough.
Yeah. I liked that when I arrived, you kept calling me like, cheers, mate, nice, mate. I liked it. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I've been trying to get with it, man.
I lived in Nashville for a couple of years, and I got the drool, I think.
Yeah?
Being there, yeah. I owned a cowboy hat.
Oh, wow.
I had a camouflage hoodie as well.
See, yeah, you really... Did you guys hunt anything?
Do you know, I lived on a lake for the first year, and I bought a fishing rod from Walmart because I was I'm going to go fishing. I'd never been fishing before. And I threw it in. And then after about an hour, my mate came up and was like, have you put bait on it? And I was like, I didn't know you were going to do that. So I just sat with a fishing rod
really?
in the lake, yeah.
Oh, like pantomime fishing.
I just assumed a fish would like swim past and catch the hook. I don't know. I'd never fished before, you know. It wasn't something that I'd grown up doing.
But you gotta have that. You gotta put something on there.
I know that now.
Yeah.
I know that now.
Wow, I've never heard of anybody doing that.
Would you?
Maybe a child or something, or a blind fella.
Well, I feel like in some ways I am quite. I feel like your age freezes the age that you become famous. I think so. I think in some ways I am still a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I think it's like, and I think some creative people just they kind of grow up slow, I feel like, in a way.
Well, you sort of don't have the same, I don't know, brutal life lessons, I guess. When I was like, I moved to London when I was like 17, and I was having regular brutal life lessons of just like, no, this is what the real world is. And then I think when I started doing well about 20, about 19, 20, and then you sort of like, if you make a mistake, it's kind of all right, you know. You don't have like the brutal real life lesson, I guess.
What do you mean, like when you have like a success and stuff going on? Is that what you mean, kind of? Or?
Well, yeah. I mean, you will know this with comedy, like a brutal life lesson of like, it's not going to be easy is bombing or playing to an empty room or blah, 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 blah. That kind of stops happening when you have success. There's definitely, you have peaks and troughs in your career where people are more interested or less interested, but you don't have the like, I don't know. I don't think you have as many normal life lessons. You still get quite abnormal life lessons, I think, because in the sort of celebrity sphere, it can be quite abnormal, but you don't have the like, I don't know, regular stuff.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it does, dude. I am the worst person to ask if something makes sense or not, to be honest with you. Yeah, every time people ask
my mates are so excited that I'm doing this today, by the way.
Who is?
All of my friends. All of
really?
my friends. Yeah, the guy that, there's a guy living at our house at the moment, and he was like trying to get off work to just come down and just say hi.
Oh, and just mill around? Like a loitering, they call it.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you guys, loitering must be a British thing, huh? Because we wouldn't say that, loitering.
What would you say?
We'd
Stalking?
be like, oh yeah, stalking.
Yeah.
Well, stalking is more like once you've loitered and you see something in the window, you know. You see something, you see a bit of tits in the distance or something. But yeah, that's stalking. Yeah, yeah. And then it's breaking and entering, you know. And then it's marriage usually. If you have a way with words, I think. But yeah, I think.
Are you married?
Loitering sounds very British. No, I'm not married. I would like to be, kind of.
I guess you have to loiter more for that to happen, right?
Yeah, I need a bit more loitering. Yeah. I need to bring the binoculars, you know? Maybe bring a Red Bull. That's the loiterer you got to really be aware of.
The Red Bull loiter.
Yeah.
It's just standing there with a Red Bull. Small sips.
Yeah. Small sips.
Fucking hell. I haven't had Red Bull in years, man.
Oh, probably good for you.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, there was a time when I was doing like loads and loads of like breakfast TVs and radios and stuff like that. It used to be those massive monster drinks.
When you were touring, like to get your singles out there and stuff like that?
You used to kind of like have to turn up at like 3:30 a.m. to a German weather program to play 30 seconds of your new single. Yeah. So like those stages, yeah.
Chance of rain, but chance of Ed Sheeran first.
I remember so clearly playing. I got up at like... they were doing it in some like theme park in the middle of Germany, and it was just obviously empty because it was like 4 a.m.
Yeah, they love their theme parks.
And I start playing on this weather program, and then I can see the credits rolling underneath me like 10 seconds in, and I'm like, am I the fucking play out music? Yeah. And then they just stopped it. So I played 10 seconds of my new single, basically. Oh, yeah.
God,
Germany was a tough market for me for a while, and then and then the egg was cracked, and now we're good.
You think they'd take a look at you and be like, oh, he could be one of us, you know? I feel like you look like a closet German. Is that fair to say to somebody? I don't even know. I'm just loitering.
No, I think. Well, the red hair is more Celtic, so I'd say either Scottish or Irish, or like the Norwegians. I think would look at me and be like, "You want it?" There's some Viking. You got a bit of Viking in you.
We'll take them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have a little bit. Like you'll see me in like the frozen food area, kind of like in the store, you know.
Yeah.
I'll mill about in there, you know. Kind
Loiter.
Of like, you know.
What's your background heritage? Have you got European?
I'm Polish, Nicaraguan.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
My dad was from Nicaragua. His parents met down there, and he was born there. And then my mother, I don't know, dude, but wherever she's from, they have some real one-of-a-kind type ladies.
Do you have rage in you? Are you an angry guy? You seem a very chill guy. Can you have an argument with someone?
Yeah, I don't know if I have an argument. I like have kind of trouble processing my feelings, so I'm like that. I'm always like the start and stop with, I'm like the guy who like can't get like the gear shift to work or something. You're watching that guy drive. I'm like a student driver.
Yeah.
When it comes to my feelings. Do they have student drivers here? Yeah.
I didn't learn to drive until I was 24. Because like, as I said, with the train thing, public transport here is actually really good. So I never learned to drive. And then, mate, on my first driving test, so I learned to drive for like eight months. And on the first test, I failed because I was going around a roundabout, and my mum called me to see if I passed the test, and I just quickly took it and like cancelled the call. And then the driving instructor was just like, "You've just failed the test for that," and she was ringing to see if I'd
done well,
passed. Yeah. Yeah, I failed.
God, dude, that's when you got to just. Yeah, that's kind of the time I'm glad my mom didn't care that much.
Yeah.